Falcons and the Houston Oilers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Good gains there back-to-back for Houston in the passing game, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And a quick throw there is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. James Pierce in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Falcon football. Looking to put a drive together. A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin. It's Bijan Robinson. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 13. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go.
Charbonnet is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other. There he goes left side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. And here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Yeah, nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. When you look at this defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now they'll audible to something else. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
First down, Falcons.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
2nd and a couple.
Let's go now. Liking,
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Robinson with another carry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard.
Here we go. Cowboy Street. Hey,
And they'll send Williams in motion right. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Taken down at the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
19, Tiger, 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 85 catches for him on the year now. And the result there is a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man right side to St. Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They run over center with Mitchell. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. Trap 50. Trap 60.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. It looks like they'll move things around here. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Second and 5. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. James Pierce picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the return is Williams. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
On the ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
A quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. Touchdown, Falcons. Jamison Williams from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second down, they'll go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Second and long. Quick hitter here. It's complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And now they'll shift things around. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He's going to field this at the 4. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now they'll tuck this and run. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. But they'll say it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Average. Let's go. 18 left. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10.
70, 60, 79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Gibbs straight ahead, and very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Check go.
And they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Falcons, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.